Let's just sit for a minute. So I'm wondering how many of you, when I say let's sit for a minute, can contact uh, calm. Can you do it in a short space of time? It's essential to the practice, to grow in the practice, to really develop that sense of access to calm. Is to be able to have that relationship with your mind when it's spinning out, to know it, to know that that's what the mind is doing, and to be able to stop it. Being able to stop it is a whole other topic. Obviously, there's different ways to stop it, but do you know, are you aware of when your mind is spinning out? Are you aware when you are really caught up in something? We've done a lot of practice over the years, a lot of classes, a lot of retreats. Can you, in the moment, move towards that calm? And of course, it's not always going to work. I was so excited when I saw a mic. It's not always going to work, but it's really something we need to develop. And we connect with the calm when things are easy, so we can connect with the calm when things are difficult. But if we don't work with developing, with finding that calm when things are easy, how do we expect to work with it when things are difficult? So this is why we put so much importance on daily practice. This is why we put so much importance on taking your practice off the cushion and into your daily life. You need to develop that ability to quickly connect with. And I think most of you, I would hope most of you have that, at least more than you did, say, a few years ago. And in the work that we're doing here, basically you can say there's two types of meditations that we're doing. One is that we're working with the body. And when I say the body, we're working with sensations. We're working with breath. We're working with energy in the body. Sometimes it's the coarse awareness of the body, of just the aspect of sitting or walking or standing, feeling the wind on your face, feeling the sand in your toes if you're lucky. And sometimes it's much more subtle. These meditations that we're doing are helping us connect with different aspects of body awareness, if you will. And as we go deeper into the subtleties of the body, we are actually purifying ourselves. And in that, I mean, we are opening up channels, we are opening up flows of energy within the body. And from that perspective, the meditator that can quickly move into a state of calm, that's because you've opened up the channels. That's because your energy fields are more aligned. That's because you are not in a hyper sympathetic nervous system state all the time. So we develop the neural pathways, if you will. We develop the energetic pathways, if you will, that are balanced so that we, with our will, can very, very quickly enter into a calm, open state. That's what this practice is doing. So when I said, can you quickly contact calm? We go to the body. We go to the breath. We go to the energetic field in the body. We connect with that. And we develop that connection through our formal practice on the cushion, as well as our informal practice during the day. The sign of progress is that feeling of calm, that feeling of energetic bliss, that feeling of contentment, that feeling of heartfelt goodness increases. Because we are developing that in our practice, and we are making choices in the day to move towards that. That's how it works. That's how it works. And then there's other meditations where we are just looking at awareness itself. We are looking at consciousness itself. But to be able to do that in a skillful way, we have to do the other first. We have to develop that quality of free-flowing, calm energy in our being. We have to develop a mind-body energetic system that is purified enough, that it's not being pushed around by emotions and thoughts. So that feeling that we reach in the meditation where we start with the breath and we open up to the entirety of the body and sensations, there's a point in that meditation where it's just a sense of a deep, deep easefulness and calm. And with the guided meditations I do, at times I bring you more into that subtle energetic feel. There's a point where that just naturally opens up to something else, to awareness, to a sense of expansiveness. When the energetic patterns are calm and balanced, and the extremities of the extremes of thought and emotions are balanced, there's a natural state of awareness that begins to present itself. So within your own practice, within your own being, where are you today with that? Where are you today with that? Don't forget that question. And if you have no idea, then you need to work with it a bit. That's what we're doing here. And it's not that you have to be in this balanced, calm state all the time, but you develop the ability more often than not to connect with it. So we were talking about spiritual intention, where a couple of weeks ago we are turning our intention towards ourselves and towards our experience and trying to understand it on a fundamental level. We work with the body, we work with the breath in all its subtleties. We come to a place that's quiet and open, and that naturally opens us up to this pervasive awareness. But if we just try to jump into the pervasive awareness, maybe we can do it for a short period of time. But if we don't have the foundation, the energetic foundation, the experience won't last and it won't go as deep. Unless we develop this foundation, this energetic foundation, the experience, whatever it is, it won't last and it won't go as deep. So we gently encourage our being to develop this capacity. I came across a line, I think I wrote it, it's in one of my notebooks. I have so many notes written all over the place. Sometimes it's like, man, I'm going to burn them all. And it's like, oh, don't burn them all. And then I have this, I just got stuff like this. Anyway, there's this one page, and I was like, and it says, and then the silence watches you. There's nothing leading up to that statement. It's just there. And then the silence watches you. I thought, huh. So what I've been talking about, everything I've said up to this point, then it opens up to this expansive awareness, and then the silence watches you. But if we don't do the foundational work, this experience doesn't go as deep, and it won't last. But this is the point we come to. And then we just watch. And even when we get a glimpse of that, that is really good progress. That is really good practice. And I know when I said that line that it hit some of you. So when I say something and it hits you, it's because because you've done enough work. There's a part of your being that lights up, right? It's like, yeah, that's the stuff, right? That's the good stuff right there, man. Right? You hear it. You hear it. It's a beautiful thing about Dharma practice is when you hear something that's fundamentally true from the depths, you know it. It's not a line from a book. It's not a belief system. It's a line that is pointing to an actual fundamental truth of yourself. So when you feel that, take refuge in that. The exploration of Dharma, the exploration of spirituality, is uncovering the fundamental truth, or truths of what it is we are. And when we hear it, when we taste it, when we intuit it, if you're listening, you get it. Like, yeah. So at that point, there's nothing to do, right? Then the silence watches you. You get a sense of that?